besides this, there are a lot of other appointments that we have to follow up. There are ENT appointments, and there are cardio appointments, physio appointments, dietitian's appointment, eye specialist appointment. So
wow,
yeah. Can you imagine? So my girl will be missing injections once in a while. It actually affects their schooling.
Right. Okay. And cost of treatment can range from, I understand, 300,000 to about 1 million ringgit per child per year. How do you cope?
Well, we are very fortunate, and we have a very caring government. Now, all the funding is currently being funded by the government, but unfortunately, this funding is not big enough to cater for all the patients. That's why we, the parents, join together and form this association, because the main thing is there are still children which is eligible, which needed treatment, but it is not treated because the funding is not enough.
Right. Okay. And is this the sort of cost, Dr. Ngu, that you're looking at for the rest of their lives, or is it just for now?
Yeah, this is unfortunately it's a lifelong disease, so they will require lifelong treatments. For example, like disease like mucopolysaccharidosis or MPS, one type of lysosomal disease, they have very prominent skeletal problem, their joint problem. So this problem needs to be seen by the orthopedic surgeon. They might need certain surgical procedure to correct the bone deformity.
Mm-hmm. And with Pompe, what is some of the things that you look out for most? Which parts of the organs are mostly affected?
Yeah. Pompe disease, the organs that involved is mainly the muscle, the cardiac muscle and the skeletal muscle. So we are particularly looking at the cardiac muscle, the cardiac function, as well as the skeletal muscle function and the respiratory function, because some of these patients might have respiratory muscle weakness as well.
Okay. And how important is early diagnosis? Would you consider yourself going late with your older child, Ken Foon?
Yes, in fact, yes. In fact, we noticed something is wrong with Yan Ling at about 2 to 3 years old. She falls down very easily. She can't climb up the stairs like any other people do. She has to pull herself out using the hands. The leg is very apparently. But when we sent her to GP, then later on referred to specialists, none can tell us she's having problem. Not until the younger sister, which had more severe symptoms showing up in the GH Seremban, then only we know they have this problem. Else, I think the problem may prolong or delay further,
right.
Which means actually among this our Malaysia country, that there are not that many doctors who are well versed in this lysosomal storage disease.
Mm-hmm. And would it be a geneticist who will sort of diagnose these problems, Dr. Ngu, at the end of the day?
Not necessary. Any well-informed doctor will be able to make early suspicious and early referrals for the diagnosis.
Okay.
Yeah.
And why is early diagnosis so important?
We go back to the treatment issue just now. So like I mentioned, there is this supportive treatments and specific treatments. Supportive treatments, if aim to relieve the suffering, to improve the quality of life, but it does not cure the underlying disease. So recently, in the recent year, we do have these medical advances in the treatments of lysosomal storage disease in the form of enzyme replacement therapy.
Right.
So enzyme replacement therapy, or ERT, is a form of treatment in which you have a synthetic enzyme to replace the missing enzyme in your body.
Right.
So that is, but to be effective, this therapy need to be started before there's any organ damage to the because of this complication.
Right. So Kian Foon, have any of your girls been lucky enough to be on ERT, enzyme replacement therapy?
Yeah, in fact they are.
Both of them?
They started in mid of 2006, and we are almost going into 6. I think we are over 5.5 year old long that receiving treatment. Yes.
How has that helped them?
A lot, really a lot, especially for my younger daughter Wei-Ling. You know, from lying on the bed most of the time, which is lethargic, tired, she can't eat properly. From that position, with the enzyme replacement therapy, you can see her gaining weight, you can see her gaining energy, and you can see her starting to move around. From not able to crawl, she started learning to crawl, started learning to stand, started learning to walk, and in fact, after about 8 months after the treatment, she started walking. And she was so happy, I tell you. I still remember her laughter. She was going merry, going around and around and around. She just don't want to stop.
Sure. She's making up for lost time. Every child's dream to run and play, isn't it? Do patients with LSD have access to ERT? Do most of them have access to ERT, Dr. Ngu?
This is difficult issue not only in Malaysia but in all other countries in the world. That's because this sort of treatment is very expensive, very costly. Like you have mentioned just now, it might cost from ranging from $500,000 to 1 million per year. And obviously it will be difficult for any parents or any family to bear this cost.
Do you have a wait list at HKL?
We do have a list of patients. So what we do is like in many other countries. So we have certain criteria for a particular patient or LSD to be eligible for the treatment. So this patient, when they are referred to my hospital, we will do as a proper assessment of their disease, the severity, the extent of their problem, and if they are this will determine whether they fulfill the eligibility criteria for treatment. So if they fulfill such criteria, then we will propose to the Ministry of Health and government for the funding.
Right. And of course, you've just set up the Malaysia Lysosomal Diseases Association. What is the function of this association?
Well, like I told you before, like even we noticed that even in among the doctors, not all doctors are well known about this. So the first key thing is to create awareness among the publics, among the doctors, among the nurses, because the more people know, the more children can be saved. Because as Dr. Ngu has mentioned earlier, early diagnosis is at a certain point might be critical.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Before any organ damage, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Then the second thing is we would like to get more corporate sectors to get involved, to support us, to give us the donation, the fundings, maybe to get us as part of their CSR partner program, so that maybe one day we could run as a foundation that we can serve a bigger population of people. We have maybe professionals running this, like WWF. Right now we are only having parents running at our spare time.
Right. Okay then. How do we get in touch with you?
Okay, you can get us through the website. Our website is www.mymlda.com. Or you can email us at info@mymlda.com. Or you can give me a call at 019-6899-620.
And that's your number?
Yes.
Okay. Well, fingers crossed, with medical breakthrough, the girls will be able to benefit more from, from this disease. Thank you both for joining us today.
Thank you.
Dr. Ngu Lok Hok, consultant geneticist from Hospital Kuala Lumpur, and Chia Kian Foon, a mother and the secretary of the Malaysia Lysosomal Diseases Association, talking to us about lysosomal storage disorder on the Bigger Picture BFM 89.9.
BFM 89.9, the business station.
加油啊！第几层了啊？第4层了，上第9层了。
Visions that can change the world, trapped inside an ordinary girl. She looks just like me, too afraid to dream of life.
还有灯笼，哇，在酸啊！发爱慕，这个。
Make sense to everybody. You need courage now. If you want to persevere. You gotta answer when you're called. So don't be afraid to face the world against all odds. Keep the dream alive, don't let it die. It's something deep inside, keeps inspiring you to try. Don't stop and never give up. Don't ever give up on you. Don't give up. Every victory comes in time. Work today to change tomorrow.
脚还有力吗？
It gets easier
再接再厉，
to
已
say
经上到了，
that you can't
全身上了，
fly.
已经上到了。
Every step you take, you get closer to your destination.
Level 6有没？啊，对，
You
还有
can
3楼。
feel it now. Don't you know you're almost there? Oh, yeah, yeah. Gotta answer when you're called. So don't be afraid to face the world against all odds. Keep the dream alive, don't let it die. It's something deep inside, keeps inspiring you to try. Don't stop and never
没
give
有
up.
爬楼梯啊，
Don't
没有
ever
努力啊。
give up on you. Hold the pieces to complete the puzzle.
别，走了呀。
The answer that can solve the mystery. Yeah. The key that can unlock your understanding.
没有破
It's
了。
all inside of you.
爬好，有问题。
You have everything you need. So keep the dream alive, don't let it die.
没
It's something deep inside, keeps inspiring you to try. Don't stop and never give up. Don't ever give up on you. No, don't give
I
up.
can't hear you. Say louder. Can't
No,
see
no,
it.
no, no.
Okay.
Don't
Now I
give
hear you. Who's that monkey? Wow, this is Yay, say yes.